Okay, and welcome. This is the first video in a series that I'm going to try to get through for people who want to learn to day trade. Now, you can call me John or you can call me Jonathan. I've been day trading for about 2 years. Got started sometime back in 2017, and it has cost me quite a bit of money and lessons to learn a day trade. And what I am going to try to do is simplify the process for people who want to learn to day trade. Now, what I'm going to teach you are no secret strategies. There are no prove all, my secret method for making $1 million. We're not even getting into that foolishness. I'm going to teach you the simplest, most common sense way to get into the market and to pull off a little profit. Now, this works great because, I remember, and let me just tell you now, this first video will be a little longer than these videos are going to be in 3 to 5 minute chunks. Easy information for you to digest, and that's how we're going to do it. Little bite-sized pieces that you can go back and replay and grasp that information. This isn't going to be complicated. You don't have to be great at math. You don't have to be some genius. You don't have to go to a million different colleges and get all these degrees and be a stockbroker. I'm going to teach you a very simple method to consistently make a profit in the market. Period. It's that simple. Okay? Now, like I said, I've been day trading for about 2 years. And the trades I'm going to teach you, strategy I'm going to teach you, I'm only here to teach you one strategy. And one strategy only. But before we get into that strategy, we're going to need to cover the basics. So we're going to get into tools of a day trader. And this is going to be our first video. Our video after that, after that is going to be the anatomy of a candlestick. You have to understand what you're looking at so you can understand what a chart actually looks like. Or rather, let me put it another way, for you to understand what all those squiggly lines are that you're looking at on a chart. So you'll know what you're looking at when you see it, because I know before I started trading, I would look at a chart and I'd see a bunch of red and green spikes that I learned are candles, and then a bunch of squiggly lines, and I thought people had to be super smart to know what they were looking at. And you don't. You don't, because I'm no genius. And I actually know morons that do this. And they pull out more money than me. And what I'm going to teach you is something so simple that you can pull out $200 to $300 a day. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to win every day. It doesn't happen like that when you trade. I mean, I just traded October 1st. Actually, I think October 1st was my last really crazy day. I traded and I only remember October 1st because I traded October 1st, and I just could not read that day. No matter what I did, I couldn't read that day. If I went up, it went down. If I went down, it went up. I mean, it was just crazy. I couldn't get a read on that day. So you're going to have days where you just don't get it. Maybe days you stayed up too late the night before, and you blah, 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 and you're running late with your coffee, and you're sitting there, and you're just not catching the moves. Or just days where, wow, this market's crazy today, and I just can't. And you're going to have days like that. But for the most part, what I'm going to teach you is a way to be consistent. It is simple. It's so easy, you don't even need to write this down. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to hold your hand through this entire process very simply. Okay? Now, for starters, I'm going to start this off and say that I'm not a licensed broker. I've spent a lot of money learning to day trade. I've put a lot of things on credit cards to pay for different softwares and this, that, and the other thing. It's money invested in an education to learn to trade. And that's literally what, you would do. You would ante up. You would put money in to invest it in your education to learn how to trade so you can step away from your job. I know when I posted on Nextdoor, and I was contacted by a couple of people. One of them I know was a nurse that talked about stepping away from nursing, and another guy that had been waiting for months for me to finally get this video out. So Sean and Noel, these videos for you. I'm going to, like I told you, this first one's going to run just a little bit. I think the whole thing might be, let's see where we're at now. We are at, I don't even see it. I guess we're somewhere around, oh, here we go. We've been recording for 5 minutes. Going on 6 minutes. Okay, so the way these are going to go is I'm going to make short little videos, and we're going to go through a particular thing. Like, this is what a candlestick means. Here's how you read it. And then that's going to be in that video. And that's going to be a video on candlesticks. If you ever have a question on candlesticks, you know where to go. The next video might be a moving average, and you'll know what a moving average is. And that's it. That's it. And when we get through all the basics, little videos like that, then I'll show you the strategy. But then the strategy will make sense once you went through those little bite-sized videos. Okay? So let's jump right in here to tools of a day trader. And I know the beginning was kind of long, but I am no video professional. I don't run a YouTube channel consistently or anything like that. So I'm learning, you're learning. Okay? So, yeah. So what I'll do is, that's how I'll do it. Then I'll teach you the strategy. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to start recording live trades. And you guys will get to see trades. And you'll get to see practice trades as well. And because that's really the key when it comes to trading is practice. It's going to be practice, practice, practice. And there is a place where you can practice, and you can practice with what they call paper money. It's going to be just like a dummy account, and you can practice, and you can screw up, and you can blow it up, and you can and you'll be fine. Okay? And you get all that out your system, and you practice, and you practice, and you practice, and you practice. I don't mean a week. I don't mean a month. If you can do this for a month, if you can do this for 2 weeks straight, you're ready to day trade. No, I mean, really, you need to be in there practicing. You get off of work. Let's say you're a nurse. You're working a 12-hour shift. You get off at 7 a.m. Let's say you get home around 9. That's great, because guess what? The market opens at 9:30, which means you need to have your butt in that chair, and you need to practice for at least an hour to 2 hours, 3, 4 days a week. You just come in, you get your trading out the way, then you go hop in the shower, make yourself some breakfast, and go lay down for your next shift or whatever. Because I know what it's like to work night shift or day shift or whatever. I've done 12. So anyway, not to ramble on, but we're coming up on 8 minutes. So I'm going to jump right into this. And the videos after this will be shorter. But we had to do the introduction video so you guys will understand what I'm putting down and what I'm going to try to get you through. And as for Sean and Noel, I already notified you guys on Nextdoor. So I'm going to furnish you the link after this, and this video will be up. And for all of you other people that are just joining us and you're not Sean and Noel, that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so hang in there, and here we go. Okay, tools of a day trader. And the first thing you're going to need when you go to day trade is charting software. Now, by charting software, what I mean is that screen with the candlesticks, the red and the green and squiggly lines, that's charting software. And I'm going to tell you right now, day traders pay for all of their tools. Okay, you need these tools for you to be able to get up and do your job every day, which is day trading. You got people that make a living off of this, and it's a job, and you have to pay for these tools. Okay, now there's different tax things with that where you could write a lot of this off at the end of the year, like, well, I pay for this, I pay for that, I pay for it. But we're not going to get into that. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to show you examples of every one of these things that you're going to need. So this first one is charting software. Now for charting software, and none of these on here, oh, sorry, hang on. Okay, none of these on here are recommendations. Okay, I just know because I've used several of these, or some of these, so I'm going to walk you through them. Okay, so charting software. Our first thing here would be TD Ameritrade. And TD Ameritrade would look something like, let's see now. Here we are. Hang on. No. Here we are. Okay, so TC2000. This is number one. This would be a, I'm just going down the line here, so no particular order. But this is a charting software. They also run a brokerage, so you could actually put in your trades through this software. But as you can see, I don't know if they have any screenshots here. Let's go to the next one, eSignal. Perfect example. See these candlesticks, stuff like that? This is what you need. You need charting software. Here you go. Perfect example. This is TD Ameritrade. Okay, TD Ameritrade. This is what you're going to be utilizing. Okay, this is charting software. You pay generally a monthly fee with most of these companies, or yearly fee, to utilize their software. Okay, some of them are more expensive than others. The prices are not all the same, let me tell you. Okay, TC2000, which is the one that I use, as you can see under subscription plans. Look at this, $9.99 a month for silver, but this doesn't give you access to real-time data, which doesn't make sense because you need real-time feeds if you're going to be trading. And then you have $29.99 a month on the gold plan, and then a lot of them will give you discounts if you pay the whole year out. So, you know, you have to research these, but they're not all the same price. So that's something to know. And this is a perfect example. Get down into something like eSignal. Now look at the price difference. Okay, by the time we got to the middle plan of TC2000, we were at $29.99. You get to the middle plan at eSignal and you're at $168 a month. So not all these guys are created equal, and some of them, like TD Ameritrade, will give you access to their charting software for free if you're actually trading there. And you really can't beat that, because if you're trading there and they're giving you the charting software free and you're also putting your trades in through there, see, they're making their money with the trading. You know, as you can see, they're making their money from you placing your trades there, because there are commissions that you're paying on those trades. So they give you the software for free, the charting software, and that's a good option for some people. Okay, so that is number one, would be charting software. Now the next thing you're going to need is a chat room. And a chat room would be a place that you go where other traders trade the kind of stocks that you trade. Okay, right here. I'm sorry. Let me bring the cursor back. I keep forgetting I'm on the wrong screen. Bear with me, guys. I'm not used to making videos, and we are at 13 minutes, so I'm going to try to move this along. Looks like this first one might come in at about 25 minutes, and after that, they should be about nowhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So bear with me. If you got to take a break, you can always come back later. But you're going to need a chat room. A chat room is where other traders trade the stocks that you're trading, and literally, it's a chat room. It's almost like with remember when America Online first came out. You remember one of the big things with America Online was the chat room. We'd be in different chat rooms and you could chat with people, and that's how it is. And chat rooms work great because you're in there and somebody might call out a play. Hey, you know, Roku, or, you know, Nvidia or Facebook is doing this or that. You know, I'm getting ready to take it for, you know, I'm getting ready to get in with this many shares. Well, they called it out in the room, and, you know, it might be a very good play on a stock that you weren't even watching. So you need access to a chat room, and chat rooms charge as well. Okay, and chat rooms are just not good for that sort of thing. Chat rooms are also really good because you never know, you know, something might be going on. It might be, you know, Trump might be, or the Fed, you know, might be giving like a talk in about half an hour. You know, Fed's going to give a talk in about half an hour, and somebody comes on and says, hey, you want to get out of these trades. You know, Fed's coming on to discuss, you know, the interest rates for the next year. And how about this? You didn't even know about it. And you would have been in a trade, let's say long, and the bottom came out, and all of a sudden the stock started to plummet. And when I say long, I mean you were in it for the stock to go up, and all of a sudden the bottom comes out because the Fed says they're going to do this and that, and you didn't even know. So you need access to a chat room. And, I've seen chat rooms run as high as, you say, here's a perfect example. Now, this is Warrior Trading. Great program. First people I started with, a guy named Ross Cameron. Expensive. I think the whole program cost me about $7,000-$8,000. I think it's about $4,000 something. I went through it almost twice to learn what I needed to learn. And as you can see, here's his chat room plans. I mean, look at these prices. Okay, and then you have people like Boiler Room Trading. I think we're somewhere around, don't hold me to this. Let's see. Well, it says free chat room. And then I think past their free chat room, I think there was one for about $30-something a month. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not Boiler Room. Was it Boiler Room? I think Boiler Room. A guy named, oh, God, I can't remember his name. Oh, boy, he's really good. Anyway, okay. They have Bullish Bears. They use TD Ameritrade for the platform we went through. And they also have a chat room. And their rooms, here you go, you see. And this is monthly. And then you get a discount if you pay for the year. And Trick Trades, Pat Mitchell. Now, this was the last guy that I actually trained with. And Pat Mitchell is a really good trader. He's a really good trader. He was a welder at first, and he's a really good trader. And I did learn a lot from this guy. I really learned if Ross is the beginning, Pat's the finishing school. And but Pat doesn't trade penny stocks. And what you're going to be learning here is that we're not trading penny stocks. Ross trades penny stocks. He doesn't only trade. Well, Ross primarily trades penny stocks, but he has other people on his team that trade mid cap and large cap stocks. And when I say that, I want you to think of dollar amounts, okay? Like penny stocks being $1 or so up to like, I want to say anything under, I think $10, $15 or so. I don't trade those stocks anymore, so it's been a while, but I think somewhere around $10, $15, maybe even 20. Maybe 20 might be too high for penny stocks. But anyway, we don't trade that stuff. We're going to be trading mid cap and large cap stocks, and don't let that scare you. We'll get into it later. But that's what Pat trades. And I'll tell you what, trading those stocks actually turned my game around. Penny stocks, it was a crapshoot. Mid cap, large cap stocks, I'm telling you, it's like, it's the difference between, if you were just learning to drive. Okay, just imagine this. If you were just learning to drive, like you're just learning to trade, it would be the difference of, taking your car to like NASCAR or like the Indianapolis 500. I mean, you're just learning to drive and you're going to get in there with those guys. I think penny stocks are more like NASCAR or the Indianapolis 500. I mean, and you'll get the sense of that if you watch somebody like Ross, this guy from Warrior Trading. The speed at which he trades and the way he's able to get in and out of stocks in absolute seconds. He'll pull down $14,000, $17,000 in seconds. The way he's able to get in and out. I've been trading for 2 years and I still can't trade at that speed. I mean, I can't do it. I can't trade at that speed. So it's just absolutely insane. You got to really be at it for, So to make a long story short, mid cap, large cap stocks, it's the freeway. It's you on your way to Costco. It's a predictable trip. You know the routes. You know how to get there. You know your exits. You know what to look for. The guy in the next lane wants to get over. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's you just, once you get it, you got it. And you can make very good money every day consistently, mid cap, large cap stocks. And Pat's been a really great resource. And he has a guy there, Kelvo, just fantastic. So anyway, so there you go. And that takes care of that. So let's jump over here. Okay, we covered, now brokers. Now, Oh, sorry. I gotta keep moving the mouse. Okay, broker. So now we're on broker. Okay, now broker. You have several choices. If you split this up and let's say you get TC2000 as a charting software, TC2000 has their own brokerage service. But let's say you don't want to use TC2000's brokerage service. All you want to do is get their charting software. I like their charts when you use their charts. Okay, great. Now you need to find a broker to actually put in your trades, like a bookie. Okay, like I need a bookie to actually put in my gamble orders. Okay, like I'm betting on, I don't know, Longhorn in the third or whatever, and I need a bookie. Okay, well, that's pretty much like what your brokers are. They're taking your orders and they're charging you a fee to put those orders in. Now, notice I have TD Ameritrade under broker, and I also have it under charting software because, like I told you, TD Ameritrade includes their charting software for free if you're using their brokerage services. So you can't beat that. Okay, but then you have people like, let's see now. I think this is it. No. Hang on. No. Here we go. Okay, so then you have people like, here you go, you got TD Ameritrade. And you see, TD Ameritrade, they have, and they'll walk you through it, their deals, whatever, how much the trades are going to cost you to get in. The charting software is included free. You can check out their pricing under things like tools and platforms. Look at this. We've been through this. As you can see, 0 commissions, blah, 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 so on and so on. But that's not, like literally, like they'll have specials and blah, 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 so on and so on. And then you get to a more sophisticated place like Speed Trader. Now, Speed Trader also has their own charts built into this. This is their trading platform and their software. And so there you go. And then you have Lightspeed. Lightspeed's another one. And all of them don't, they try to stay comparable in their fees, I think. They really try to stay comparable in their fees, as you can see. Like, and I've actually gotten this price at Speed Trader, $2.95 per trade. That's $2.95 in a trade, $2.95 out of trade. So there you go. That sort of thing. And they have options pricing and whatnot, and they give you a whole list of pricing and fees, and they try to stay competitive with people like Lightspeed, who also has their own pricing structure. Okay, and then places like Interactive Brokers. And I haven't used Interactive Brokers. I hear their pricing structure is a little more sophisticated. Not bad, just a little more sophisticated, and you gotta read it. You gotta really go through and read it, and you just call somebody on the phone, and they'll walk you through the plan that you want to get on. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Tastyworks. My wife uses this one. She trades options primarily, and she uses Tastyworks, and she loves it. And they move money really fast between your bank account and your trading. So like if you win big, you can move the money to your bank account really quick, and this and so they're really great. Okay, so that takes care of that, and I'm trying to move this along because we're at 23 minutes, guys. Sorry, there's just not seeming to be much way to cut this down. Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Next thing you're going to need after you cover brokerage services is you're going to need a scanner. Now, what a scanner does is a scanner actually scans for the stocks you're looking for. What you actually do is you pay, once again, here we go, Tools of a Trader, a yearly subscription to belong to a scanner program. And I only have one here, Trade Ideas, because it's the only one that I know of. But you actually program this. And don't let that scare you. What I mean is you put in what you're looking for. They have a lot over here. If you're looking for stocks that start off really high and one like gap up. They gapped up overnight over the price that they were when they closed the night before. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. And it'll literally start to pull up all of those stocks. In what price range? Well, stocks that are doing this or that between $5 and $20. With this many shares and this many shares. And it'll literally start forming a list. And you can set a little alert. So every time a stock comes up throughout the day that fits your criteria, it'll ding, ding, ding. And all of these you're looking at here, all these little windows are different settings. Like this is looking for one kind of stock. This one you set is looking for another kind of stock. This one, these are all separate windows. This one you says looking for another kind of stock. This one's so you can get alerts, and you can set different alerts for each one of these. This one might be a car horn. This one might be a bell. So you'll know which one's going off, and you can look at it on your screen and be like, oh, let me go check out this stock. And then you can punch in the name of that stock and shoot over there to that stock and check it out and see if there's a trade and jump in. So there's that. And I'm trying to move this along. Any questions, just leave them down in comments. And I will definitely get back to you. Okay. Then we were talking about news. Now, news and chat room really goes hand in. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen again. Okay, so now we're talking about news. News and chat room really goes hand in hand, because once again, you're primarily in a chat room because you want access to the news and what other traders are trading and what's going on with the market. Same thing here with news. You know, if let's say Facebook shoots up overnight, and I wake up in the morning and Facebook closed last night at $119. And I'm just pulling numbers out of nowhere. This isn't any, okay. But Facebook closed at $119. And then I wake up this morning and it's $150. Well, I want to know what happened with Facebook overnight, right? Well, what's going on with Facebook? Okay, well, now I need a news source, a stock news source, okay? Now, once again, look at this. If you use TD Ameritrade, you not only get their charting software, their brokerage services, but they also have a news feed in TD Ameritrade that you can just punch in Facebook's mnemonic, which is FB. You punch that in, and here comes news on Facebook. And you can see if any news came out overnight to why the price of Facebook went from $119 up to $150. If you're not using TD Ameritrade, these are only the other two I know. Okay, I'm sure there are plenty others. You have Benzinga and you have MarketWatch. Now let's take a look here. So I have those somewhere on, pretty sure, no. Wow, no, here we go. Okay, so here you go. You got Benzinga. And Benzinga, perfect example. Let's put in Facebook. Let's see what we got. FB. Look at that. Oh, it's the ticker. I'm sorry, the ticker. Not the mnemonic, the ticker. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, anyway, so the ticker. Okay, so here you go. So, yeah, these are tickers. Okay, so you click the ticker of Facebook. And look at this. Shows you the current price, whether it's up or down. And then look at this. Here's the headlines. Latest headlines on Facebook. You get the date, the time, and you'll be like, oh, this happened at 4 in the morning, or Europe at 6, and this news came out at 4 in the morning. And you can click on it, and it'll take you to that article and tell you what's going on. And that'll give you an idea of what's going on with that stock. Okay, so, and they also, believe it or not, it's a subscription service. And they have a free service, but, you know, they have a subscription service. And you're paying to be able to get access to that news because you need to know what's going on. Same thing with this one, MarketWatch. Okay, I'm sure it primarily works the same way. And here you go with TD Ameritrade once again because it's built into their platform and you can punch in the news there. Okay, let's try to get through this. We are at 28 minutes. We're coming up on a half an hour. We're down to the end. Okay. Computer systems. What do I need to day trade? Well, if you are looking to be a serious day trader, right off the bat, I would say we are not. When I say day trader, I'm not talking about Robinhood. Okay. Robinhood is the sort of thing for people that they're not day traders. Okay, day traders are in and out of the market. You know, I might be in and out of a trade in 30 seconds, 40 seconds. You're not going to get that kind of speed of something like Robinhood, and you're not going to see what you need to see on your phone. Okay, you're just not going to do it. You're going to need to invest in a decent system. Now, I do have an image here. Had an image here. Give me just a second. Now this is my system now. Let's see. Whoop, wait a minute. That's not it. Give me a second here. I had this open and don't know what happened. Okay. Here we go, guys. Now this was one of the recent configurations of my system. And, you know, it might look really sophisticated, but all this is you have a scanner software here. Okay, this is Trade Ideas over here on the left, and I'm scanning for different stocks. And you know, it doesn't matter. I can get up and go make coffee. I can do whatever. I'll get a ding or a car horn or a toilet flush, or there's a bunch of different sounds, and I'll know what stock that is and what they're talking about. Not what stock, but what I was looking for. Oh, I got another bottom bounce reversal. Let me go check it out. You know, and all these are charts that I've split into four for 4 different stocks. This is one stock, another stock, another stock, another stock. So right now I'm watching 4, 8, 12 stocks here, 16 if you count here. Okay, I got another set over here for 20, and this is what I'm watching. So I got about 20 stocks here. I got my scanner software, and here we are. Here's my brokerage service. And I think at this time I was using Speed Trader here. So this is like Speed Trader in the middle. And so when you're talking about a system, you're going to need something with at least 2 to 3 monitors. I would really say no less than 3. Because if you're looking here, you're going to need one screen for your charts. Let's suppose you're only watching one stock at a time. That's 1 for your stock. But then you still need a screen for your brokerage software, okay? Then you still need a screen that either has your chat room on it or your scanner. So really minimum, I'd say comfortably 3 screens. Can you get it done with 2? Yes. Can you get it done with 1? No. I can absolutely tell you it's going to take at least 3 screens. Okay. I would say an Intel Core i3 processor and up. Now, for anybody out there that is not really computer savvy and you're like, oh, what's he talking about? Oh, I got to be picking out processors. Don't worry about it. Almost any modern computer now, if you look at it, and it says Pentium Core i3, i7, i9, it'll say quad core. Just make sure it's quad core. All of those are quad core, i3, i7, i9. You're perfectly fine. AMD is also fine for processors. Just I've never owned an AMD. I know they run comparable to a Pentium processor. I know they run comparable to these Intel Core i3s, i7s. I know AMD is right up there. I've even traded their stock, believe it or not. But I know they're right up there. But I don't know like what to list under there. Like I can say Pentium i3, i7, i9 because I've always had Pentiums. I don't know the ratings or the rankings of AMDs. So just look for something comparable or ask it to go. You know, you can look on Amazon or something. They'll tell you. You're going to want at least 16 gigs of RAM. Okay. Don't play with anything less because look at what you're running. Okay. When you look at everything that we went through, you need a computer that can walk and chew gum at the same time. You need a computer that can run your scanner software, run your brokerage software, run your charting software. You probably have your chat room up on another screen. Or at least the window's open for your chat room. You got a lot of things going on, and you need a computer that's not going to freeze. Because the last thing you need is to be in a trade and have this freeze on you while you're in a trade, or have your system crash while you're in a trade and your money's in the market. Let me tell you, you want a nightmare? I'll give you a nightmare. You're looking for the stock to go up, and I'm going to use these really simple terms. And okay, you're looking for the stock to go up, which means you're going long. And all of a sudden it drops. All of a sudden you're down $50, 75. How about 150 and your computer freezes? You're hitting the keys. You can't get out of the stock. The computer freezes. You have no idea where it's at, and you need to restart your system and get back online. Now, here's the thing about it. Your brokerage firm doesn't know that. Speed Trader or TD Ameritrade doesn't know that. They don't know that. That's not your problem. They're running a brokerage service. All they know is you're still in that stock. Stock's dropping. You're at home restarting your computer, logging back on, waiting for it to wind up, waiting for the hourglass to go away. By the time you log back on, you could be down $500, $600, $700. Invest in a good system. Avoid the problems. Okay? So, there you go. Just invest in a good system. Minimum 3 screens. This is all you need. This is, my wife's setup is actually 4 screens. It's 1, 2, 3 across here, 1 up top. And this is her setup right here. I have 7 screens now. And, the more sophisticated you get as a trader, you'll find reasons to add more screens. It's just the way it goes. It might be a guy thing. I don't know. But, okay. So, there you go. Now, we're getting into the last of this. And it looks like we are coming in at about 37 minutes. It's 35 now. So, we got 2 minutes to go, guys. So, let's wrap this up. I told you the first video was going to be kind of long because we got to get introductions out the way and really dive into how we're going to handle this program. Next videos will be a lot shorter. Okay. You're going to need fast internet. Okay, fast internet. All right. Now, when I say fast internet, we're looking at a package, and we're just going to pull up an internet service. Doesn't matter. Whether you, we're out here in Washington, so we're talking about, let's see, Xfinity, out in like Las Vegas and whatnot. That's Cox. I know East Coast is like Comcast, but you're going to be looking in this area here, $79.99 to $99. Okay, so pretty much $80 to $100 a month is what you're going to be looking at. Okay, I really wouldn't attempt to day trade with anything less than that. Can it be done? Yes. But once again, do you really want to be in a trade the wrong way? And now your internet's bogged down. Now you got kicked off. Or now your kid just fired up Fortnite in the room on the Xbox. You know, he decides to play Fortnite, at 6 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and all of a sudden, the internet's frozen up and you're screwed in a trade. I mean, just imagine that. Okay, make sure there's enough bandwidth to go around. Okay, so this is what you're going to be looking at. And these are just tools of a day trader. That's just the way it goes. It's just part of the process. Okay, last one. Here we go. Let's wrap it up. You need to be available during market hours. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. When you're a nurse and you're working night shift and you're getting off at, let's say, 9 in the morning because you did 7 to 7. Let's say it took you an hour of the chart, whatever. You're out there 8:30 in the morning, maybe 9. Market opens at 9:30. And I'm going to just tell you right now, the market opens at 9:30, and you'll literally hear it. There's a bell that goes off, and the market opens. Ding! Market's open. There you go. You know what? I don't trade the open. That is called the open. I do not trade the open. Okay? I do not trade the open. Everything I'm going to teach you, you're not going to trade the open. Okay? I would not recommend trading the open. So here's the nurse. You're getting off. It's 9 something in the morning. Don't worry. You don't need to fly down the freeway like a bat out of hell to try to get home because the market opens at 9:30. If you're living on the West Coast, okay, let's just start from the beginning, okay? What we're talking about is the New York Stock Exchange is what we're talking about. We're talking about East Coast time. Market opens at 9:30 in the morning. So if you're here, West Coast, if you're anywhere up here in, Washington, anywhere along this coast here, you're going to be looking at 3 hours earlier. So the market for us opens at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm up at 6:30 in the morning. I might be making coffee. I might be so forth and so on. I'm going to open up my charting software. Okay, I'm going to open up my charting software. I'm going to get everything ready to go. And then I'm going to go make some coffee. I'm going to go to the bathroom or whatever. I'm not trading the open anyway, so who cares? I'm not sitting down to that screen till about, 10, maybe. I'm looking at 10. I'm looking at maybe, let's say I'm on West Coast time, I might take my first trade at 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. Because I'll talk to you about that later. But the point that I'm making is you need to be available during market hours. You cannot trade after hours. You're not going to be, if you're not available somewhere between 6:30 and 1 p.m. on the West Coast, or 9:30 and 4 p.m. on the East Coast, you will not be able to trade and pull a little money out of the market. So that's it for Tools of a Day Trader. This video is kind of long. We're coming in coming up on 39 minutes. That's it, guys. Charting software, chat room, brokerage service. You need a scanner, news, computer system, fast internet, and make yourself available during market hours. You can combine many of these. If you took somebody like TD Ameritrade, that would take care of your charting software. That would take care of your brokerage services. That would take care of your news feed. That would actually take care of your scanner, because actually TD Ameritrade does have a built-in scanner for stocks. Sorry, I didn't mention that. So that would take care of a lot of that. They try to be an all-in-one for, like I said, and it's free as long as you're trading there. So that's a good start, and we're going to be using that a lot for practice trading for you guys. So TD Ameritrade is a good place to start. Other than that, you break this up into different packages, but these are the tools of a day trader. And anybody that's not willing, I will close with this as we come up on 40 minutes. Anybody that's not willing to actually sit down, when I decided I was going to learn how to trade, I knew I needed these tools, and I started buying these tools. I started getting these tools. I just started getting these tools. If I had to put these tools on a credit card, I'm like, okay, well, it's charting software is, $29.99. I get a discount if I just pay out the year. What the hell? I'm going to just put it on why? Because I would have spent that at Walmart on a big screen TV. So what the hell? Let me just pay out the year on this charting software. You see what I mean? So just get it out the way. Anybody that's not willing to invest, you need the tools to do the job. And if you're not willing to put that investment in where, you need at least 3 screens. I mean, you turn around after watching a video like this and you're still trying to trade on your phone, you're not serious about trading. You need to really go back and really think about what you're doing. Okay, and really decide if that's what you really want to do. But that's the first video. Next one should be no more than 5-7 minutes. The next one is going to be the anatomy of a candlestick. We're going to talk about what those red and green lines mean. And that's it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And we'll get through it. Don't worry. Bye-bye.